Hey everybody, this is Miss K and welcome to Miss K Gone Postal. So you don't know how I do. You know how I do, y'all. I have to come sit in the car because I done had some, epiphanies and thoughts and shit. And I have to come share it with you guys because I can't let it wait. I can't let it wait. I just can't let it wait. So today, I walk in as always, and it's just shit everywhere, plethora of garbage, And then I look and see we still have some, priority mail left from last night, like 20 OTRs full of it, ground advantage bullshit everywhere. And it's just like every day it's a scramble just to catch up. We are in the second week of the ground advantage project, and it's like it don't get better. Every day it get worse and worse and worse, if that's a real word. So now what they're having discussions in regards to is the mail handlers getting paid the same rate as clerks. Now, I don't know where you guys are because, I can't disclose my location. But at this location, we did have our union come and have a discussion with us in regards to they want to try to get mail handlers the same pay rate as clerks. So what these motherfuckers been doing here is they have cut overtime. Now, mind you, I just told y'all because of the ground advantage, and thank God for ground advantage, a lot of us are getting overtime. 4 hours, baby, every motherfucking night. Like it's like a booty call you're going to get. Same time every night. Bring it. But now all of a sudden now they want to curtail the overtime. But it's not for the mail handlers. It's for my clerks. So they've been cutting overtime for the clerks because they're trying to save money and still allowing us as mail handlers to have our 2 to 4 hours of overtime because they say they want to make it balanced. Is it balanced? Is it unbalanced? Is it? I don't fucking know. Because they want us to have the same pay as clerks. And if clerks do overtime, I think this is their ideology. And mail handlers do overtime, we won't be the same. I guess because maybe they're feeling the clerks are going to make more money than us. Or are we going to make more money than them? Listen here. I don't know who in the fucking intismal sits around and think of this dumbass shit. Now, first of all, when the union came and said that they were trying to get mail handlers paid the same rate as clerks, especially now that with the ground advantage program coming, which, mind you, the national union, the National Mail Handlers Union and the clerks union knew all this shit was finna roll out. Now you want to come after you approve this bullshit booty dean ass mail handler contract that we got and say, well, we trying to get y'all the same pay. That's not what you had in the contract, boo-boo. Because I voted no on that piece of shit. I saw nothing in there about you trying to get us paid on the same level as clerks. Now, for some of y'all who don't know, we do not have the same pay grade as clerks. So when a mail handler or MHA starts, they are a level 4. And you stay a level 4 mail handler unless you become a level 5. And level 5 is usually if you are a mail tech or if you are a pit driver. So you will have a pit bid or you drive in pit. That's level 5 for us. When PSC's clerks start, they not level 5, baby. They level 6 and 7s. So how the fuck we on the same pay level? We not. Because they make more money than mail handlers. We do more physical work, but they get paid more money. But nowadays, y'all clerks might as well become mail handlers because they got y'all doing all types of mail handler work. Soon y'all gonna be on the street being carriers the way shit run around here. But how are you trying to get us paid the same when you weren't fighting for that shit in our contracts? And now you want to come show us the fuck up and say, oh, well, we're trying to get y'all paid on the same. It should all be equal. When did y'all think about that? That we should all be equal. That we should all be on the same pay scale, pay level. Now, mind you, as a mail handler, we have steps. So you got step AA, step BB, all that crap that they revised in the contract that we just allegedly approved. Now, I'm not for certain how the clerk pay scale is if they have step AABB the way we do. But we do, and then you get increases in pay. But clerks have V time. So with their V time, which is like technically what they make when they exceed over a certain amount of hours, that goes into their overtime, we don't have that. Now, many moons ago, we did have V time. And then when we decided to change the contract many moons ago, the contract was changed and we no longer have V time, but we have unlimited overtime. You cannot stifle how much overtime a mail handler can make in a week. So when they come through the plant and say, hey, you over 42 hours for the week, you can't do overtime. Bullshit. It's a grievance. Because mail handlers, we don't have that in our contract. You can't deny us overtime or cut our overtime if there is overtime available. So even though clerks can do V time, don't have unlimited. They cannot go over a certain amount. They're not going to let them just run amok on fucking V time. Mail handlers, on the other hand, we can do 70, 80 hours a week, including your base 40, because we're unlimited. But I'm still trying to understand, why are you trying to get us on the same level? This should have been some issue, some shit that you should have did years ago. Now, so since now that you've not given the clerks overtime, and mind you, every night we hear on the overhead, overtime canceled for 2 or 3 clerks, blah, blah, blah. They don't get overtime. But we're still there as mail handlers working, doing our overtime. But then you come in the next day and this shit that couldn't even be done because it's so much that ground advantage has produced that these fuckers wasn't even prepared for. So at this point, everybody should be getting overtime. The roaches in the bathroom should be getting overtime. The raccoons in the parking lot should be getting overtime. And if y'all have y'all plant somewhere out there in the cut, y'all got raccoons. Because trust me, they are security. They walk us to the car. The cats, the stray cats, the rats, everybody should be getting overtime. Nobody should be cut overtime. I don't want to hear this fucking foolishness about you trying to get us on the same level. Because this is not part of the agenda that you were setting forth in your contract. Because if that was the case, you would have been did that. This would have been something that you pushed for. So now all this talk with the union about getting mail handlers and clerks on the same pay. Really? So you're going to pay incoming MHAs the same that you pay PSCs? Because PSCs coming in, baby, ain't making 15, 16, 17. They starting at 18, 19. Now, mind you, they did bump up what MHAs make when they come in the door because they wanted to be competitive with Amazon. But Amazon don't give a fuck about being competitive because they turnover rate high as fuck. 20 people come in, 50 people leave. 20 more people come in, 30 people may leave. It's a constant door of people coming in and going out. But what fucking truly amazes me is that when you come into work and there's still shit left from the night before, because you either are curtailing overtime or you're giving out overtime for work that you can't even catch up on, which is good for us. Because like I tell y'all, get that shmoney, baby. Get it while it's hot. Because we ain't never seen it like this. How are you still addressing the fact that you still have not gotten ground advantage under control? And now using the excuse of, oh, well, we're going to, in PSCs, the clerks can't stay. They can't do overtime because, we need them to be on the same level as mail handlers. Fuck out of here. Do I look like Boo Boo the Fool? Was I born at... Man. These people are always coming up with some shit. And then the union spouting it. The union is spouting it. Coming around to fucking mail handlers going, hey, how's it going at the bundle sorter? Too many clerks and blah, blah, blah. We trying to get it even. We trying to get y'all the same pay as clerks. You trying? Why you got to fucking try? Just fucking do it. Because I've been here for a minute. And I've had people come in with me as clerks, make more money than me, and still are making more money than me as regulars. So when are you trying? Because you ain't trying for a good while. But, you know, I had to come out here. I had to come out here and let you guys know. So I don't know if where you're located, if your union or your management is saying this same dumbass shit. Now, there's been rumors floating around for a minute, just like little chit chat in the air, that the mail handler union wants our craft to make the same amount of money as clerks. That clerks and mail handlers should be on an even plane. Listen, I'm all for it. If you gonna grandfather this shit in, or what's gonna happen? Because I need to be retro back to when I first started and get that money that I should have got. Go ahead and give it to me on my check. Don't do it all at once, because I ain't trying to get taxed like a motherfucker. But why all of a sudden you want us to be making the same pay as clerks? I keep telling y'all, these motherfuckers, when they went to their conference, they knew what was finna come down the pike. And they straight up lied in a lot of our faces about what the fuck was going to go down and what changes were going to occur. Bitches are making deals. Now, after all this time of being a mail handler, I've never once fucking heard anybody in the union, national or otherwise, state that we should be making the same money, be paid on the same level as clerks. Now, I always said, why are we getting paid less to do more manual work? And they said, oh, it's because your craft. No, not your craft. It's your fucking union. Oh, well, we negotiate. No, then you negotiated wrong. But now with all these changes, with all this ground advantage bullshit, and this is just a start, baby. This is a precedent of shit to come. And this shit gonna be like diarrhea, because it's everywhere, free flowing. They can't even clean this shit up fast enough. The Pampers, they need Pampers, and they need diapers, they need the pens, they need it all, because the shit is just everywhere, because they can't even get it together. But that's management. That's not the union. But the union knew what was happening. And now you want to sit here and tell us, oh, well, we're trying to work very hard for you guys so that you can be paid on the same level as clerks. Really? For real? Why now? Seriously, why now? Why is it so important now for us to get paid that we be on the same even field? Because if that was the case, then years ago when the APWU and the National Mail Handlers Union was talking about merging and become one, why the fuck you didn't do it then? Because could you imagine how powerful we could have been if both of them came together? Yeah, we ain't talking about that, right? But you want to talk about getting us paid on the same playing field as the clerks. And no disrespect to my clerks, you know I love y'all. But I know this is not what y'all talking about in y'all union. This is not what your union people is telling you. Oh, well, we're going to get y'all, we should fight for the mail handlers to get paid the same amount of money we get paid. Y'all don't give no fuck. Y'all want to know why y'all doing mail handler work. I know a lot of y'all are. Because a lot of y'all are doing mail handler work. And your union ain't filing grievance to secure your fucking jobs. But that's another goddamn story. But I'm just saying, y'all. I just had to bring it to y'all attention. So I don't know if you're hearing the banter, the pitter-patter of conversation, if your union has said anything. Hopefully where you are, your union ain't even coming up with this fucking foolishness. They should know better. But everything to me is always, something else. There's always a catch. There's always a motive behind what people say and what people do, especially management and especially the union. Yeah, I said it. And I know I can say that shit with 100% certainty. And when your local comes and say they want to try to fight to get you paid equal pay as clerks, you really need to be like, what crack are you on? Because I want some of that. Because I'm like Whitney Houston, baby, crack is whack. Because I don't know what the fuck y'all smoking. Because I want some of it. Because y'all is on a whole different level. Listen, y'all, I'm just telling you, it's shit to look out for. I keep telling y'all, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep your mouth motherfucking closed. Because so much shit occurs on a day-to-day basis, you can't even keep count of half the shit that go on. And there's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that most of us don't even know what the fuck it is. Your management don't even know. And honestly, real talk, with this grind advantage, I've spoken to people at stations. They ain't even doing this shit. They not breaking down nothing. They ain't separating nothing. They don't know nothing about ground advantage. Sad. But look, we still getting this overtime. Let's make this motherfucking money, because I was here last night, goddammit. Probably be here again tonight. But I don't want to hear that these motherfuckers trying to fight for my right to get paid the same as the clerks, when it wasn't your fucking motive and your, to get us paid as clerks on the same level as clerks when I started in this motherfucker years ago. Why now? That's all I'm saying, y'all. Why now? Anyway, let me go do what I do and hopefully not do too much of it, because Miss K ain't feeling it today. I'm not feeling it today. But I have to come to y'all, drop a little knowledge and talk a little shit, because I love talking shit with y'all. You know how we do. And I like to keep y'all informed and keep y'all in the know. But if where you're located, if you're hearing this bullshit talk, drop it in the comments, because I love to know what the fuck be going on where you guys are. Because I'll be wanting to know, am I just the only one that's, locked up in Delulu land? Or is Delulu land everywhere? Because I sometimes insanity by itself is not fun. If we can share the insanity, it'll be so much better. So, you guys have a happy hump day. Enjoy the rest of this day. Miss K will too. And always remember my postal babies. Love and light. Peace.